Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Color Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Tentacruel. Tentacruel on a double poison, double water backline in the Color Cup. Tentacruel has some very strong play in this meta, shares the same typing as Toxapex, and it will be serving as the safe swap so that you can draw out any potential electric types and some grass types. And speaking of Toxapex, also completing the double poison backline will be serving as the closer. So the idea is to draw out that hard counter, because generally if something can hard counter Tentacruel, it will hard counter Toxapex. Tentacruel, more dynamic on the safe swap, allows you to debuff, lower that defense by 2 stages. And once you get that hard counter out of the way, Toxapex should be good to go. And also on this team, Trevenant on the lead. Trevenant handles the electric types beautifully, and in fact, handles just about everything in the entire meta beautifully. That's the power of Trevenant in the Color Cup, and it will be serving as the lead on this classic ABB line. As we all know, Trevenant and Toxapex are the strongest core that you could possibly run in the Color Cup. And before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are going to kick things off with some bonus battles that I had a lot of fun with, and here we go. The Dream Lead, we've got a Swampert, they make a play into a Shift Tree, and it is Tentacruel time. Shift Tree, not known for its bulk, and we know that, so what we're going to do, tank one of these moves, and then we're just going to farm this thing all the way down to Funky Town. We will have to give up a shield, but with this loaded energy, I'm confident that we will get this shield right back. Loaded energy on Tentacruel can be quite valuable. And just like that, the Shift Tree is gone, and they do come back in with the Swampert. So now we will unleash all of that energy that we were able to load up on. Going for the Skull, doing about 50% of the Swampert's health. Hits for neutral damage, but it hits pretty darn hard. And there we got the shield right back, just as I had anticipated. They can try and farm us down if they want, but they were going to have to give up another shield in the process, and they realized that it was not happening. That's why Tentacruel is quite good on the safe swap. And they've got an Abomasnow as we come back in with our Trevenant. They come in with an Abomasnow, and little did they know, we had another Poison Jabber lurking in the back just for this sort of occasion here. So, same game plan here, guys. We're going to farm this thing all the way down, and we will have loaded energy, and that Swampert will not have enough shields to protect itself. It's a thing of beauty. We've got just about well, we do have back-to-back. We were well over 100 energy. Gonna go for the first brine. This will likely grab the shield, and we've got another one locked and loaded. They knew that. We see that the research tasks have updated, which means that they top left, because Toxapex was going to finish off a Swampert. Good game, well played. Oh, this double poison backline was really putting in the work in the Color Cup, and here we go. Roserade on the lead, and it is running the Community Day fast move of Bullet Seed, so that works for us. We just really cannot get hit by a Weather Ball. We know that, so what we're going to look to do is overload here, and look to pressure and bait with a Seed Bomb, as Roserade's not known for its bulk, and a Shadow Ball would one-shot. So we do even up the shields, and we're going to catch the next Weather Ball onto our Tentacruel. Oh, you love when you can catch that heavily resisted damage on your safe swap. There's nothing better. And they meet us with a Pachirisu. So this is what Tentacruel is on this team to do. Draw out the electric type, so that Toxapex doesn't have to see it. We go for the big Scald, but Pachirisu, as an XL in the Great League format, is quite bulky, even though it doesn't come anywhere near the 1500 CP limit. I think it would be quite terrifying to see it at a full 1500, to be honest. Gonna go for an Acid Spray, as we're not making it to another Scald. We lower that defense by 2 stages, and now we will bring Trevenant back in. Pachirisu can only learn electric moves. They're all resisted, but it does add up, as we can see there, as Trevenant, not known for its bulk here. But we are going to let it all go through. We don't need to be super healthy to put in work with this Trev here. They do come back in with the Roserade, and we're going to full send the Shadow Ball, and we say bye-bye to the Roserade. And they've got yet another electric type in the back. Got a little aggressive here, probably should have baited, knowing that they were saving that final shield for the Zapdos, as we could have made it to another Shadow Ball, as we can see here. But that's fine. Toxapex with a shield can do just fine. Gonna let this first move go. Even if it is Thunderbolt, it's not gonna KO. Toxapex is literally the bulkiest Pokemon in the entire meta. And this is just another Drill Peck. We don't have to shield, but we might as well, as that Poison Jab, or this following Poison Jab will take it out, and they do top left. Toxapex closing yet another endgame. Good game, well played. I'm telling you guys, this classic ABB line was working to perfection in the Color Cup. And here we go, Galvantula lead. This one's very tricky because we are resisting their fast move pressure, and their lunges only hit for neutral, but Galvantula hits like a truck, and you definitely don't want to really tank it on your Trevenant. So we do shield there, and we are going to just overload a little bit, throw on optimal timing. We're going to bait with the Seed Bomb, expecting a shield, but we have a Mad Lad here. They were not planning on shielding. They were just going to let that go, so we're not giving up another shield. We're catching more resisted damage on the Tentacruel. You love to see it. They come in with a Credili, so this is fine. They can only hit us for neutral damage, as with our water poison typing, it negates what would be super effective grass type damage. So gonna overload a little bit and go for the Scald on this Credili. And because they have a rock subtyping, this hits them for neutral damage, but our defense has been lowered, our attack, because we caught the lunge. Gonna throw on the CMP here. Not optimal timing, but if you're confident that they're gonna look to throw their move, you can go for that CMP event. And this Grass Knot will take us out, but it's fine. The work has been done. Gonna just Shadow Claw down the Credili here, load up on even more energy, and they've got a Walrein in the back, so that's fine. We've got loaded energy. We're gonna go for Seed Bomb number 1 here, grab the shield from the Walrein, and go for Seed Bomb number 2. They can tank 1, so I don't know if they'll want to shield this one. No, they do not. And we're gonna try and catch the Icicle Spear, but they just kept on farming, likely wanting to get the back-to-back. This is most definitely an EQ, but guys, as you can see, we tanked that pretty comfortably, not even in the red. They threw in their Galvantula for some reason. It gets farmed down. They gave us some additional energy. Gonna go for the Brine here, just to pressure that final shield. And we do get that final shield. And now it is looking like lights out for this Walrein here. We did get a Poison Jab through, so all we need to do is shield up the Icicle Spear, and the Walrein will go down. Toxapex sweeping yet another endgame. That's 3 in a row. Toxapex pretty good on this backline. Good game, well played. Had a lot of fun with those bonus battles, and we now move into the featured set of the video, picking up an awful lead in the form of Tropius, and we go into our Tentacruel. They stay in a little bit to bank some energy as they make a play into an Ampharos in its shadow form. Tried to hit all the bubbles, but the game didn't allow us to hit those first bubbles. Doesn't matter, because they did shield anyways. And in hindsight, we probably should have gone for an Acid Spray, knowing how squishy Shadow Ampharos can be in the Great League. We shielded, hoping that we could get some more damage in, and we are not willing to give up 2 shields. They are willing to dump all of their energy, and that is fine. So what we're going to look to do is wait down our switch timer, because that battle did not last very long. And we're going to come in with our Trevenant and throw the Seed Bomb. We don't want to have to give up a shield to this Shadow Ampharos. A Brutal Swing would do quite a bit of damage. So they come back in with the Tropius. We make a play into our Toxapex, and they are going to throw a move, likely the Leaf Blade. We can tank that. We don't know what else they have in the back. It happens to be a Toxapex of their own. So not looking like too many places to place our Trevenant. The best placement was going to be on that Ampharos, but it did not work out. It's not looking like we're going to get the alignment we need, unfortunately, and this Toxapex did come in at a health advantage. And if you're in a mirror matchup and you have the health disadvantage, it is likely not going to go your way in the zero shield scenario. Gonna go for the Sludge Wave here just to try and milk the clock and burn the clock. What we want to do is preserve more health, but it's not working for us. We wanted to still be in the high red. Even better would have been in the yellow, but the switch clock was not our friend in that scenario, unfortunately. So yeah, it's looking like this one is not going to work out for us. They're going to hit us with a big sludge wave, and yeah, it's lights out. They're going to farm us down. Can't even get to the Shadow Ball. We're top left in this one. Not happening, just not the right team comp for us, unfortunately. Good game, well played. Unfortunately, there are just going to be some teams that you just can't beat. It's okay. We press on. Here we go. Awful lead. Shadow Abomasnow. What we're going to look to do here is try and catch a Weather Ball, but not going to happen. No, not sure why they were over farming there. They were not going to win CMP tie, so I don't know what they were doing, but that's fine. They hang on to that energy, and so do we. We are faced here with a Shadow Zapdos. We go for the Acid Spray because it'll make the farm down a lot easier. As we saw with the previous battle, if we can load up on tons of energy, it can prove to be quite valuable. We will tank this next Drill Peck, as we do tank it. It hurts a bit, but we are still on the field nonetheless, and the Zapdos is gone. So now they come in with a Swampert. So they reveal their third, and as we saw in a previous battle, Scald can actually put in work on Swampert, doing well over 50% health and getting the attack drop. So now we're going to throw Trevenant in and put the pressure on even more. Try and deny them their energy and go for the Seed Bomb. So right here, I was thinking, surely if they're throwing a move, they're trying to throw a Sludge Wave. And I had counted Hydro Cannon energy, but we didn't trust our counts. And we knew that they were going to combo play. We hit the Toxapex swap in, but the game did not allow. Run it back if you didn't see that. We were fully anticipating a combo play, and we were trying to get that Weather Ball onto our Toxapex, and the game said no. So now we're forced to work our way out of a pickle here. We farmed that Abomasnow all the way down. Swampert still has a shield. They're going to go for a resisted Hydro Cannon here, and we are going to go for the back-to-back brines. So even when the game is working against us, denying us what we want to do, Toxapex still comes in clutch and reigns supreme in the end. We get to this brine, and we are saying bye-bye to that Swampert, and just like that, Toxapex has closed the game strong yet again. Good game, well played. Who would have thought that Toxapex would have been an effective closer in any meta, but that is what was occurring in these battles, and here we go. Another Galvantula lead. So the way I like to play these is pressure with the Seed Bomb. Yes, it is resisted, but Galvantula is about as squishy as it gets, and you do outpace if you go for the Seed Bomb. So we do go for that. Does a lot of resisted damage, and we always shield the lunge. It does too much neutral damage. And then what we generally do is we go for another Seed Bomb and either threaten to win lead or even up the shields. Generally, they will shield and then we catch. So if you want to catch on Galvantula, you throw 5 of your fast moves, you can throw your move, and then you catch. It will work every time, especially if you're confident that they're going to throw immediately. So that's what occurred. We caught the resisted lunge on our Tentacruel, and we are now faced with a Toxapex on the opponent's team. We go for the resisted Acid Spray. In fact, everything's resisted. But if we can lower that defense, and holy smokes, the running Gunk Shot, we can do that much more damage. So that's the play on a Toxapex on our Tentacruel here. And they're going to have a hard time farming us down before we can make it to another move. And the resisted damage is adding up with the defense drop from the Acid Spray, allowing us to get to yet another Scald. And we have gotten the Toxapex into the red. Holy smokes, Tentacruel putting in the work. And now we're just going to throw our own Toxapex in to soak this damage here. Toxapex is going to soak the damage a lot more effectively than Trevenant, of course. And speaking of Trevenant, they've got one of their own lurking in the back. So we're going to let this go, seeing a lot of value in our own Trevenant, who is still very healthy. We do tank a Shadow Ball, and we're going to just go right for this Sludge Wave. We're either going to do big damage or grab that final shield. Either one works. They take the big damage and we snipe. That was beautiful. Holy smokes. And now it's all smooth sailing from here. This is just a brine, but we've got a shield remaining. Might as well use it. And the play is to just Shadow Claw everything down. They will not even get to use their final shield. And just like that, Trevenant has closed the game for us. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Oh, I could not believe that Trevenant tanked the Sludge Wave, but they likely thought we were baiting. So speaking of Trevenant, we've got one on the lead in a mirror matchup. So I've gone through the Trevenant mirror many times on this channel. The way I prefer to play it in the Great League is just go for the Seed Bomb. Don't even bother with the Shadow Ball. You will have to give up a shield in the process, but it will allow you to win lead and better control the alignment. So that's how I play it. I go Seed Bomb, shield once farmed down. But they're not sticking around for that. They're making a play into another grass type. Holy smokes, they're ABA weak to a fire type. I don't know what they do with a fire type lead. They likely cry. But that's fine. We do tank a energy ball, and we're just going to go right for the Sludge Wave yet again. We are absolutely shredding with these poison jabs, and they let it go, likely cutting their losses as they do come back in with their own Trevenant, and we foolishly go throw on CMP. That's not good. Generally, you just want to farm down, but it's fine. We hit it. It's fine. We're just going to get rid of the Trevenant. Not sure what else they could have in the back, but we still have all three of our Pokemon remaining. It's a Toxapex of their own, so they are also rocking the Trevenant Toxapex core. I don't blame them. It's a powerful core, the most powerful core to be exact in this meta. And we just did as much damage as we could. So now knowing their final Pokemon, they still have 2 shields. We're just going to throw Tentacruel in here to just debuff them into oblivion. That's the play. We're going to look to get off a couple of acid sprays and then make the play into Trevenant and look to play on from there. So we go for acid spray number 1. We are just doing resisted damage across the board to each other, and we're going for acid spray number 2. Whenever you're playing a Pokemon that can lower the stat by 2 stages, you only want to throw 2 of that move generally, because you can only lower their 1 stat by a maximum of 4 stages. So that's what we do. We lower it by 4 stages, and now seeing how much damage these Shadow Claws are doing and knowing that they will not make it to another move, we're just going to go for the farm down. And can you imagine losing the game with 2 shields? That's exactly what happened to our opponent. Unfortunate for them, but Trevenant closes in the end with an assist from Tentacruel. Good game, well played. Oh, Trevenant double poison, putting in the work. It was a lot of fun as well. And here we go. Toxapex lead. I wonder if they could have a Trevenant in the back. We will have to find out. So, gonna go for this Shadow Ball here. Just shy of the CMP. And we're gonna try and catch their poison move onto our Tentacruel, and we do. They were gonna overfarm by 1 and they just blind through. But it's a brine, so they were looking to bait us. That's fine. They've got a Galvantula in the back. It's all resisted nonetheless. So we have the energy lead. Gonna go for the acid spray here on the Galvantula and look to put in work with our poison jabs here. Gonna let whatever this is go. Our main goal was to just lower that defense with the acid spray, but they were gonna go for a resisted lunge just to lower our attack. That's not gonna pay off for them, because now they're gonna have to shield our next move here. And we get the shield. That's why you just gotta go for the right move sometimes. You don't want to fall too much in love with the debuffs. But I digress. Here we go. We're back in with our Trevenant. They go for a lunge. We're shielding that and farming down. Expecting the Toxapex to come back in. So what we're going to look to do, we know that they were relatively energy dry. They aggressive swap. So here's what they did here. They wanted to get some poison jab damage in to allow their Trevenant to farm us down before we could get to back-to-back Shadow Balls. Shouts to them. That was a slick little play there, and it worked out for them. We should have read that in the heat of the battle. I was really hoping that despite them getting that poison jab damage in, we would have been able to make it to the second one, but we were not going to make it. So that's fine. Toxapex gonna do just fine here. They do trigger yet another CMP event. Gonna shield this. We want to preserve some health because their Toxapex is still relatively healthy. And gonna just go for the sludge wave. Thought about undercharging, but I really didn't want to compromise the health anymore. So now here we are in the mirror yet again. They do have the energy lead. Gonna go for this sludge wave. It will not KO. And the question is, can we win the race to the sludge wave? I wasn't sure that Brian would KO, so we go for the sludge wave on CMP. One of the many reasons I purposely chose to build a attack weighted Toxapex, and it paid off as we send their Toxapex packing in the end, closing the game, winning the game with our own attack weighted Toxapex. You love to see it. Good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, my friends. Oh man, Trevenant, double poison, put in the work. I had a lot of fun with it. It was very effective. It's a very simplistic ABB style team that is meant to get you some nice, efficient wins in the Color Cup. I wanted to feature the Trevenant Toxapex core at least once, and I figured by now everyone has already featured the Toxapex lead variation, so I thought, why not showcase the Trevenant lead variation, because a lot of people are leading with various steel types that Trevenant has some play against on the lead. Trevenant has a lot of play against just about everything, to be exact, with the exception of a few fire types. So very powerful ABB team. It was a lot of fun and it was quite effective. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you guys.